Of course, boy, that is what you can have here, that they wanna make us work. Of course, boy, we're gonna work. Of course, that is what you can have. You know your daddy have many women around. Of course, but that is what you can have. I have many, have plenty, I don't want only one. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That I don't want what's not mine. Of course, boy, I only take what they give. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That no one can against me. So come on, of course, boy, that is what you can have. That they are so crazy with Troy and things like those. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That they want the year zero and things like those. Of course, boy, they wanna crucify someone, and that then we have to give them our hearts. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. Of course, boy, and we wanna keep our money. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That they want that we adore someone, that we give him our heart. Of course, boy, that we feel guilty because of his death, and that we give him our heart. Of course, boy, but it makes no sense. Of course, boy, that is what you can have here. That it makes no sense that we are after just one woman. Of course, boy, we are not gonna go to war for that. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That they always want to take away what's ours. Of course, boy, but let them down. Of course, boy, that is what you can have here. That no one can against us. Of course, boy, and if one bitch leave you, just let her go. Of course, boy, there is plenty women in the world. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That there is many fish in the world. You don't have to go after just one. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That you don't have to go after just one woman. There is plenty in the world, and you can take them all. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That you go just for one woman, and you have to pay with your pocket everything. And she is rich, and you give your money away for nothing. Of course. Of course, boys always live here. Of course, they come the whole time after us. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That they want our money. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. Of course, you give a lot of money for the wedding, then you give a lot of money for the divorce. Of course, and you only lose money. Of course, boy, go after every woman and forget about just one. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That no one needs that. Of course, boy, that women are not important. Of course, boy, important is work. Of course, boy, and if you work right, you're gonna have many women. Of course, boy, important is the work and not the women. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. Of course, boy, women are not important. Of course, the important is the work. Of course, boy, you know that you're super agents. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That you're super agents. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. Of course, that is what you can have. That we want independent states with democracy. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That we want independent states with democracy, with state intervention, with market intervention and things like those, of course. And we don't want that the state have debts, of course, boy, that is what you can have. That if the state have debts, the state cannot represent the people, and the people lose representation, and they are gonna be slaves of the enterprises because no one is gonna negotiate for the people. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That's why we have to rescue the states and things like those. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. That we don't want states with debt because they lose the capacity of representing the people. Of course, boy, that is what you can have. And things like those, of course, boy, that is what you can have. That is the important things, and that's for what we work and for what we fight. Of course, boy, women are not important. Important is the work. course, boy, in the enterprises they lose money, of course, and after they want that the state save them, that is what you can have, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that the enterprises they lose money the whole time because they make bad work, of course, boy, and then they want that the state save them, of course, that is what you can have, and we are rescuing with our taxes the enterprises instead of making a strong state with negotiation capacity and things like those, of course, boy, that is what you can have, those are the important things, of course, boy, that is what you can have, we are rescuing banks with our taxes instead of making a strong state, of course, we want state intervention, market intervention, state development, of course, by things like those, of course, that the states can invest in their own enterprise, of course, that the states can invest in themselves, of course, boy, and so they make more money, of course, because if not, it comes from one side and we lose them at the other side, of course, boy, and things like those, of course, boy, that we need state investment to increase our money, of course, and have a strong state who can represent us, of course, boy, that is what you can have, but because not we take money from the taxes and give the money out, of course, and we don't make the money increase because we don't invest in productive ways, of course, but that is what you can get. The states are not productive, of course, but because they don't invest, of course, but and things like those, of course, but that states should invest in themselves to increase their money, of course, and have strong states who can represent us and things like those, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that is what we want, of course, boy, that is what you can have, those are the important things, of course, and things like those would finish with the Cold War and things like those, of course, boy, for that we fight, not for the women, you know that, so go on. Of course, boy, and if you work well, you're gonna have many women, of course, boy, see myself, of course, boy, I work right and I have many women, of course, boy, that is what you can have, and I don't go after just one, and I don't go for war for just one woman and things like that, and if they wanna take a bitch, then let the bitch go and find another, of course, boy, that is what you can have, of course, boy, that is what you can have, there is plenty of bitches, you don't have to go just after one, of course, boy, that is what you can have, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that you're gonna have a coat, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that you need a coat, that you're gonna starve in the cold, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that you're in need, that they wear some things like those, of course, boy, that is what you can have, just take some money to eat, of course, boy, have a real women, of course, boy, have adult women, because if not, when you grow up, you're gonna starve in the cold, of course, and take care of your brothers, of course, take care of the babies, of course, boy, that is what you can have, take care of them, that is what you can have, that no one can against us, of course, boy, I already told you how to win the Cold War, of course, in the same world they want to adore a cross and give their hearts to the cross and things like those, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that is what they want, of course, boy, forget about them, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that it makes no sense, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that your money is yours and that you don't have to give your money to a dead guy, of course, boy, see myself, of course, they want to get my honey, but I don't let them, of course, boy, I take care of my family and my family pays me back, of course, boy, that is what you can have, and need something, of course, boy, you want some secrets, take the secrets, of course, boy, and don't care about nothing. course, boy, take the secrets. I bring you secrets here. You know that, of course, boy, that is what you can have, but you know that not in the real way. Of course, boy, you have to take care of yourself and you have to treat well the women you are with, of course, but take the secrets and don't care about nothing, of course, boy, that is what you can have, of course, boy, eat some adults, of course, boy, you're gonna have fun with your secrets, of course, boy, of course, watch at the women, of course, I bring some women to watch and take care. Of course, boy, you have to take care. But if you wanna have fun, just eat. And of course, boy, you want some secrets, take some secrets and don't care about nothing. Of course, boy, I bring you some women to take care. Of course, boy, you have to take care of them. Of course, boy, but if you want some secrets, just go. Of course, boy, you know we're in the secret of his eyes since I was born. They put in some secrets there too, of course, boy, but forget about them, of course, boy, they always wanna put us in bad positions, of course, boy, but forget about them, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that no one can against us, of course, boy, that is what you can have, of course, boy. I told you the secrets how you can win the Cold War and how the cross is gonna die with a spirit in pain because he's gonna be full of kids who aren't hers and his, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that the cross is gonna die in pain because he's gonna have a spirit with many money who isn't his, of course he's gonna be full of debts, of course, boy, that is what you can see, so you can win the war, of course, the Cold War and the Holy War, you can win it, of course, boy, that is what you can have, that I'm putting you on a plane to foreign land, of course, boy, learn your lessons and you're gonna be fine, of course, boy, take care of your brothers, of course, boy, that is what you can have.